listening to the Oneofus.net podcast network. One of Us is a podcast and video network funded all but entirely by donations and subscriptions. We do accept pitches for audio-based or banner ads, but on a case-by-case basis. If you are interested in that, contact us at oneofusnet@gmail.com. With the amount of audio and video content we generate, it is expensive and extremely time-consuming to keep things running. Please go to the webpage oneofus.net and sign up for a subscription at $2, $5, $10, or $25 and get a ton of bonus content. One of Us needs and appreciates all your support.
Hi, and welcome to the Infestation coverage of Annecy Animation Film Festival 2026. I'm your host, Spider Mike, and I have with me here our guest,
Maciej Kur from Poland. Yay!
For those who don't know, the Annecy Animation Film Festival is the biggest animation convention essentially in the world because it's not only an anime type convention type thing. It's every person's there to announce the movies they're working on, as well as just movies that they want to premiere before they ever come out to the general public. We're here actually specifically at the moment to talk about a movie called The Obsessed, which is the newest animation movie from the same people who brought you Shin-Chan. And in fact, it has a director called Wataru Takahashi, who is known for mostly Shin-Chan movies, and the screenplay written by Naoki Minoda, based on a novel from 2001 by Billiken Chopin.
Which is also interesting because this novel also have a theatrical, I'm saying this correctly, like Broadway equivalent of Japanese stage production, which was on a while for some time. But what's strange is that it was a musical. From what I heard, the stage version, and this movie is also a musical, only it has completely new songs, and it's like a completely new adaptation of the story.
So that's very interesting to me because of the fact, one, it's based on a novel, and two, there are not a lot of anime musicals that aren't related to bands. Like I can count on my hand a lot of different, not on my hand, but I can count a lot of different animes that have musical numbers, but they're not musicals. But it's weird that this is like a full musical.
Honestly, the best musical numbers Japanese did are the openings for their anime shows, and because I just love the openings, and this movie has some great musical numbers that pretty much felt, especially one felt just like watching like 4 really cool openings in a row because it was so trippy. But maybe I will get to the story, which I really loved, and I also became a little bit obsessed with it.
Yeah, this was your favorite film of the festival, right?
I guess in a way, yeah. I because I just came out of it like, wow, I really feel super good after this. I really want to see this again and again. And I was also surprised because I didn't expect it much because I will be like super honest. When I seen it the trailer, I wasn't sold on the art style. Because this is not your usual anime, typical art style, very, very cartoonish. But, this is, as I mentioned, people who did Shin-Chan, who did Doraemon, who did, now they are doing like a new Stitch show. And the story is set in Italy, or at least Italian coded country. And the main character, Giuseppe, is known as the Obsessed in the entire city. He is the man of 1001 passion because his basically main quirk is that every time he sees something interesting, he just forgets the word and becomes obsessed with this one thing until he finds something new.
That's the most autistic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. And the movie just starts.
Got really in the Devil May Cry that way.
Yeah, I mean the movie starts with just him, just this musical number, which also because it's like, oh, he's seen a grasshopper. Now he's obsessed with jumping, and he's jumping until he like became the champion of the world. And oh, this old man has a vintage camera. Now he has to collect all the cameras. Now he's obsessed with bugs. And also like this song he's singing, he's only singing it because he was obsessed with this one song he once heard, and now he's obsessed with singing, and now he's obsessed with discovering different languages. And the movie plays it as very charming, very quirky, and he like annoys people sometimes with it, but that's okay. And I started watching this movie. It's like, okay, I'm getting into this. This is this is a very enjoyable comedy. At one point, they are showing, and now he's a private detective because he's seen like a one detective novel, and now he wants to be a sleuth. And there is a point where he finds a rat, and then the movie becomes like, this reminds me of Ratatouille, because like the movie, the rat is also blue, and he finds him on a bridge, and they befriend each other. And they showing like those scenes of him having a dinner with the rat.
Wait, the rat's blue as well?
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, for people who don't know, that's one of the reasons I mentioned that the book came out in 2001, and the book was re-released a year before Ratatouille came out, and probably on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose, because later not only Rat gives him advice because he learns the rat language, of course, it's this type of movie, but the rat is also the narrator, and at many points, basically Rat's in his hair, and he's Rat helping him out from his hair, telling him what to do. And so, you can tell that they realize this has some Ratatouille vibes and they sneak them in, but
does the rat sing at any point?
Oh my God, yes. He has this beautiful ballad, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But yes, Rat at one point sings, and it's the most... it's almost like that scene in Frozen 2 where Christoph has this rock ballad from the 80s. It's like that. It's this... Because this movie... it's really, really funny, and it's really self-aware, because when they are having this montage of him befriending the rat, at one point, it's very quirky, very funny, and they have this one really disturbing shot of the rat being on the bed sleeping, and he's Giuseppe is lying next to him, he's just staring at the rat with this, and it's this one creepy shot, and he's disguised as a rat. It's what the hell is going on?
He was disguised as a rat?
Yeah, he's just, it's this really, so it's really, really strange. But okay, so you have the initial setup. Okay, this guy is a little bit crazy, but he's very friendly. And then he sees a girl who is selling on balloons. And he basically decides, oh my God, she's my new obsession. And you're like, okay, this is interesting, but let's go with it.
He doesn't try to pretend to be her, does he?
No. We really get to that. But he's like, oh my God. And so she wants to learn everything about her. And this is where the movie starts getting a little bit strange. But again, it's enough self-aware to be charming, but it's winking. Yeah, we know this is basically would be fucked up in real life, because he decides to send his rat friend to spy on her, basically get all the information on her. Who is this girl? And she's from this, she's name is Pechka, and she's from this Russian or Ukraine coded country. And, at first she doesn't speak the same language as him, but he quickly adapts. And, it's basically, he's basically in love with her, but, he always references this as being obsessed with her. But it's clear for us as the viewer, he's actually crashing on her. And it's cute because at one point, I love this line so much because one character actually asks him, are you in love with this girl? And he just goes, no, sir, I am just very, very obsessed with her.
Jesus Christ.
But he talks like this. And also, the movie calls him the obsessed, but I was almost sure this is not one-to-one translation of this word, because it's, the way to use it, I actually try to, translate it, and it's also means the possessed, or it means so, but anyway, so he starts, learning more and more about her and being just fascinated by him. And it's cute. They have a song together, it's he find out she really loves apples. So he brings her a lot of apples, and she not very she's poor, she's selling balloons. And it's really cute because I really love this visual in the movie, that when she is talking, all the words she is saying are he see them as those really colorful words coming out from her mouth, because he really loves what she's talking about. And yeah, it's a cute visual. I really like it. They are a cute couple. And then the movie turned into a bunch of vignettes for a while, that Giuseppe first learns that, she's actually has a debt to the map, because it's Italy, so, obviously there is a map there.
Yeah.
And then the movie turned into a gangster movie for good 10 minutes, because she owns a movie to a gangster called Mr. Twist. And at first I was like, okay, why this movie because I see this character and he's very strange looking, and trying to make him funny. At first I was like, this movie doesn't really need a villain, and it's just this one vignette where Giuseppe tries to infiltrate the map, and it turns into this musical number when Mr. Twist, he's starting to sing a song about what his deal is, and it's a villain song, and it's not only really really fun, and but I actually, again, it's like few cool anime intros. It's very trippy, this entire sequence, but it turns into a car chase, which is like really crazy, because they are like in this nightclub, they get into a fight with another gangster, and Giuseppe is just there to beg him to let Pechka go from her debt. And so there is this, and not to spoil too much from this part, but basically Mr. Twist, he's not a villain, he's more like Mr. Big from Zootopia. He's like a nice mobster, if you know him. And I love it because he's basically like very childish. At some point, they just show him that, he has a free time, so he just takes all his goons to go skiing. And, it's like, I don't know, boss, it's a very slippery slope. No, we are skiing today. No robbing for us, So, so that's cute. Later, he discovers her mother is sick because she has like asthma and she cannot talk. And basically, Giuseppe goes, I actually, because I'm obsessed with all those things, I learned this experimental technique. So I will go and pretend to be a doctor and try to cure her.
Oh my God.
And no, yeah, and it's like becomes like really crazy, and I like it because at first, because I had this like a split second of, dude, the girl clearly likes you, she's incredibly nice, your meet cute literally ended on a musical number, just take her to your house, show her your home, and if she wants see your old collection and would react, oh shit, this guy is a hoarder. Like, no, you are fine, but like he basically, because he finding out more and more about her and trying to fix her problems behind her back. And but this is like the first, I don't know, maybe half hour of the movie. And it's really enjoyable, it's really fun. And then the movie takes a very strange turn where basically he discovered that she has a boyfriend in that other country she came from, but he isn't riding back. And Giuseppe basically decide to learn everything about him. And at first it's because you have those moments where you're like, because you really love this character, like, Giuseppe, what you going to do next? And it's like, and even that is like, dude, I don't think this is legal. What are you doing? I don't think Pechka will like it. No, it's fine and fine. And so he basically trying to figure out what happened to that guy, why he's not writing back. And without giving too much away, something very sad happened, like basically Giuseppe discovers this, and it's actually a very heartbreaking sequence. It's actually where the movie gets from this very happy-go-lucky tone into this, oh my God, this is a very like sad scene, and oh my gosh, and he's like, oh my God, if Pachka will find out about this, she will be heartbroken. And so, how do I put it? The movie for like few minutes becomes a horror movie, because Giuseppe's solution is, I'm going to make exact costume of this guy. I'm going to make exact prosthetic of this guy because I have already all the information I gathered.
I was going to make a wear his skin joke, and then you said it.
yeah, exactly. And basically the movie becomes like, I will pretend to be him so she can have like a closure. And it's like, holy shit, like, oh my God, this is actually, like, this is one of the most insane movies I've seen in years. And it's all really crazy, but it all has, you've seen Shin-chan, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like this, Japanese cartoon comedy spirit, but it's also, because as I said, I talk with people after, what is just me, was this movie got scary for a few minutes, like, actually him putting on those prosthetics, it was like a scary sequence, and then somehow the movie managed to be heartfelt again. And I don't gonna, because this is like the half point, so I don't want to give too much, but let's just say Giuseppe became too obsessed with being this guy now, because this is his personality, so, and... but you have those reactions, and movie plays with them, because there are so much, what my point is, there is so much in this movie that if you show me on paper, I would say, wow, this movie is fucked up. This is clearly not for kids. This is like a stalker movie or a movie about like identity theft, And this movie somehow managed to turn around those things and always play them as charming. Like even this thing, they do a little bit of a cop out because they reveal two things later that I guess that makes everything better, but
it all worked out in the end.
I don't want to spoil too much, but it's one of those things that, no, in real life, this would be fucked up. And I told you this before, that I really wanted, because I love this movie, but I think I really need a female perspective on this movie. And I talked with some girls after this movie I met at the festival, and they were all like, oh, I love this movie. It's fantastic. And like, don't you have problems with some things? Like, I mean, if this was real life, no, yeah, she basically, the movie should end with Pechka just slapping the shit out of Giuseppe and going to the police after just the fact he's spying on her and getting information on her. But like, no, in this movie, it's charming. It's great. And, you like the characters because it almost feel like two manic pixie dreams girls meeting each other, but in a way that, I won't say it because I hate the term, I just hate the term because just like Mary Sue, it just became, overused. Like every time, there is a story where a guy meets a girl who likes him for who he is. It's always like, oh, it's a many pixie dream girl. It's a trope. I hate it. It's like, no, it's, I think this movie makes those trope. You can make an argument it's like this, but not really because the girl is her own character and like the final musical number, it was a rare experience to me. I was like emotionless, but in a good way because at the same time I was watching, on one hand it's like really, really funny and fucked up. On other hand, it's beautiful, And on other hand, there is something that's about to happen that's like really dark,
Yeah.
And I don't know where it goes. And like the final, it was so visually just strange, but the song is beautiful. I am rambling now, but like, yeah, this movie just goes in strange places, and I am thankful for it,
What would you give it overall, though?
10 out of 10 glasses that cure asthma by singing. No, it's this type of movie. And,
Sorry,
yeah, because
oh my goodness.
I really love this movie, and I have to mention a few more things. I love the art style. Again, it's cartoonish, but it has like a very beautiful background where they show the autumn or they show winter. It's really beautiful and climatic. The songs are great. I didn't understand the songs, but they had subtitles. They are by the band called Awesome City Club. And what was interesting, they all have like English titles, but I only found the Japanese, versions. So I don't know, did they ever release the English covers of those songs? I would love to see this movie, in a language I understand. And I will say this, I think it's a good movie for people who actually are lonely or have depression, because honestly, I think sometimes you need this wish fulfillment type of movie. And, I was thinking to whom I wouldn't recommend this movie. And like, well, maybe animation is too strange for some people. No, but I love the animation, the style after 2 minutes. So I don't think so. Well, maybe some parents who are like, well, I don't want to show a movie to my kids. They can get some bad ideas, but it's like, you know what? Kids aren't stupid. Kids will figure out that he's a little bit crazy and what he's doing is not okay. So that's fair. Well, maybe it's not for people who like those very whimsical Disney-style romances. No, but those people don't have souls and are like monsters. So, no. And speaking of Disney movies, I have to mention this one thing. So, because there is one shot, and it's interesting because another movie we'll talk later made me also think of this movie. There is a shot in this movie that's like a clear homage to the Disney movie Hunchback of Notre Dame. And what interesting about it is that I actually, when I was thinking about this movie, I was remember something the director of that movie, writer, Tap Murphy said of that movie is that, well, originally that movie was going to be like a love story between Quasimodo and Esmeralda, but we changed it because he felt like after a month of working on it, you know what, you cannot have a movie where your main goal of your character is being obsessed over a girl. And and it's impossible for him to write this movie and not make it awkward, that entire movie. And that's why he changed him to other goals. It's interesting because this movie is actually this is just a movie about a guy being obsessed with a girl, and the movie does every possible awkward, strange choice and embraces, and it's love it, And yeah, so if you just want a really wild, crazy movie, or if you are a stalker and you want to see a wish fulfillment movie, this is for you, I guess.
That sounds like the feel-good movie of the year. But yeah, you can catch it whenever it comes out. I'm assuming because it's on Crunchyroll has news about it, so they probably will eventually pick this up, or maybe another team will pick this up. But currently will be running in. Sometime in November, most likely, it seems to be the idea. in Japan.
I will just say this. I just hope if it has an English dub, because it's more or less, again, set in Italy, they won't give them like those Italian accent, like Mamma Mia, I just hope they will just treat them as characters.
They'll just re-get Patton Oswalt. It'll be hilarious. But yeah, stay tuned for more coverage from the Annecy Animation Film Festival, and we hope you guys continue to listen to these.